Alright, what's going on? We got another hand to review over here. Let's go back to the table. Another $500 pot, and another way we are going to discuss extracting value. So just a great hand all around. Obviously, I was pretty lucky in this one, but let's start it out. In fourth position, chip starting stack of 251. Cards get dealt around. We get Jack 10 of clubs. Like I said, in fourth position here. So let's just see at normal speed how this one plays out. It's a raise to $10 under the gun from Merchman, so that looks pretty strong. Like I said, it's not going to be a call every single time with this particular hand, but I'd won a couple hands before this. I felt okay, so I decided I'd play this one. Obviously, I've got suited connectors, can catch clubs, can catch Jack 10, can catch straight draw, so decided to play it. Old man, up at the top of the screen there, he's going to raise to $40. So when he raises to 40 there, that's a really, really strong raise. To me, that only seems like it can be a few hands, either aces, kings, ace king, or maybe queens. I don't know if he would do that with jacks because there's both $10 in from both of us, and Merchant's play looked pretty strong. So I think that's definitely, I would probably say he has kings or maybe even aces with that. So probably going to be a fold on our part here. But Merchman decides to call. So if you look here, the pot's now $91. So when the option comes to me, I can call $30 to win potentially a pot of 120. So when you calculate the pot odds with Jack 10 of clubs, I think my hand is good enough to see a flop, especially when it's three ways. There's three people in the flop. So because Merchman calls, if Merchman folds there, I obviously fold. But because Merchman calls, I do decide to call as well. Flop comes Jack 10 for rainbow. So no flush draw out there. Obviously, I have top two. And I am in last position. So I'm the last one to act here. So actions on old man. He checks. I don't know exactly why he would be checking there based on his initial raise. Again, I think he probably has aces or kings. So if you do have aces or kings, you probably want to bet about $60 into that. I guess his thinking is, look, there's really no draw out there other than if someone has king queen and they're open ended. So he does decide to check. Merchant on the short stack, I think it's pretty obvious that he's going to go all in. If he wants to win this hand at all, that's the only thing he can do. Or just give up and fold. So the action goes over to him. We'll see what he does. So he goes all in for 56.40. Now this is really important because I want to show you what I did here that allowed me to do well. Obviously, we'll see in a second here. I have the option to fold, to call, or to go all in myself. So obviously, looking at the board and looking at my hand, I want to go all in as well. I think I probably have the best hand. I have the top two pairs, so I beat aces, I beat kings, really only lose to pocket fours, pocket jacks, or pocket tens, which, because I have a 10 and a jack, is pretty unlikely in my hand. So instead of going all in, I want to price old man into the pot as well. Because if he does have aces or kings, he's going to want to play as well. But instead of going over the top all in, what I decide to do is I just simply call Merchant's all in. And the reason I do that is that looks weaker on my part. By simply calling, it looks like I want to see another card. I want to maybe keep myself in this pot, but it allows old man to then re-raise me if he thinks his hand is going to be good. So with top two, I simply call, and then old man goes over the top all in his full stack for 160, which is exactly what I was hoping for, because obviously I'm not folding this hand, so when I call there, I give him the opportunity to shove over top of me, make him think that he's just going to pick up my money there. I was on a weak hand, but let's go ahead and play it. Obviously you're going to see what I do next. I'm not going anywhere with top two, so I call as well. Three ways, three-way all in. So old man at the top has ace king. I put him on aces or kings or ace king, like I said, so he does have ace king. And then Merchant sitting over there with ace jack. So he saw the flop of jack 10-4. He has ace jack. Obviously, the only play for him is to go all in. So I get lucky having top two. Let's go back for the card and the percentages. So after the flop, where everyone gets their money in, I'm at 74%, 18% for old man, 8% for Merchant. So turn is a 7 of spades. Really doesn't change anything because there was no flush draw. No one has two spades in their hand. So really, we're just hoping against, I guess, a queen, because a queen would give old man a straight, and an ace would give Merchman top two pair and counterfeit my two pair. So just hoping to fade a queen or an ace. And we do. It's another jack, giving me a full house. So I end up getting that pot, get all the money in, and it turns out to be a $493 pot. Everything's said and done, but again, just I was really happy that I was able to get old man's money in there as well. If Merchant shoves and I go in all over the top, if you see his cards, he has ace king right there. So if I simply shove on top of Merchant's hand there, I probably won't get paid off. Old man and his full stack of 160. If we go back here, like I said, where he goes all in. If I go all in right here, I don't think I'm getting his money. I look really strong. He's all in. I'm all in. So with ace king, you're probably just letting that go. But because I call instead of shove, he then thinks he can steal my money. He decides to go all in, and then I can pick up that money as well, get the money in good with top two pairs. So good playing, another good way to extract value, and another good hand for the books.